Yo, yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thank you for joining me here in Grand Theft Auto 5 as we try to solve the Chiliad Mystery. I'm RJ. Here we are at the Palmer-Taylor Power Station. This is a huge facility, but really not too much happens here. We've tried a couple different theories here, including using this box. We've tried to get struck by lightning on that box, which has a 1.21 gigawatt clue on it. Now that 1.21 gigawatt clue is a direct reference to Back to the Future. Back to the Future, they were able to travel into time by taking the DeLorean, their time-traveling vehicle, to 88 miles per hour. Once they reached that magic speed, they would travel to whatever time period they wanted. Now, some people say that maybe it could be possible to take the space docker. This is a prize you get in GTA 5 for collecting all of the hidden spaceship parts. They give you the space docker. Is the space docker a reference to the DeLorean? It really has to be. It looks a lot like it. Of course, it is built out of garbage, so it's a lot more junky. But nonetheless, maybe it still has something that can be unlocked that directly correlates to the Chiliad Mystery. I definitely think it does. Perhaps you have to use the train to take it to 88 miles per hour, traveling into time. I know that might sound far-fetched to some, but the Chiliad Mystery is probably going to be the biggest Easter egg in video game history once it's all said and done. We here at Trippy Commentaries think that it hasn't been directly solved yet. We've unlocked some things such as the space docker, but there is still more to find in this game. The PC version is now released. A lot of people are going through all of the game codes, trying to find something that might correlate to the Chiliad Mystery. But as of right now, I really don't have too much new to report. I did want to give an update on the Back to the Future 88 miles per hour theory. Perhaps you do have to use a train, so we came over to one of the only train stations in the game. You actually have this little interior here, which has some switches. Sometimes the train does stop here. In Back to the Future 3, they have to use the train to get the space docker, in that case the DeLorean, to 88 miles per hour, but they only use the engine, the front engine part. In this game, the train always seems to have the whole thing on there, unless I think there's a couple cutscenes where it does show up with just the engine. Maybe we do have to stop it and then take off the cable cars. Now, the cool thing about this little station here is there's an odd button, and there's some switches. So let's see if maybe we can activate the switches. I've never came here. I actually meant to, going all the way back on the last gen edition of the game, but I got distracted. We are currently trying out another theory. We're gonna be filming that later on today, so watch out for that episode. And we still have yet to finish off the Back to the Future 88 mile per hour theory. When it comes to the Chiliad Mystery, there's still a lot to do. You guys have given us a ton of ideas. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Looks like some different cameras, or at least videos of the camera feed. I'm not seeing anything too abnormal. There's a train, and they do have a map as well. There's a couple tracks that run through here. Alright, let's go ahead and see if maybe shooting the switches with a sniper will change anything. No, does not seem to be the case. We do have this red button. What the hell is this? Emergency stop? Man, that is exactly what we want to use. Let's see if maybe we can wait for the train to come. Here it is. And we'll hit the emergency stop when it gets close. If it then stops, because I know we've had reports of the train definitely stopping here, but sometimes it seems to drive right through. Okay, I'm going to shoot it. Let's go ahead and maybe try to kick it or something. Stop, damn it. No. Alright, here comes the train. Try to punch the switch, Franklin. Kick it. Do whatever the hell you can. Emergency shut off. I've actually stayed through a couple other trains off screen, and none of them have stopped at the station yet. And I've seen video proof that it does happen. Let me know if you guys have any ideas, or if you know how to stop the train here. I still think that there might be something to do with the trains here in GTA 5. It's crazy how in San Andreas you were able to drive them and do a bunch of stuff with the locomotives, and there's not much going on. They just go in circles around San Andreas. here in GTA 5. Interesting, there is this small hut outside of the station. I wish we could kick open the doors. You can see I already tried to blow it open. There's a bottom floor as well. When this game was getting ready to be released, Rockstar promised so many more interiors, and that just isn't the case. Unfortunately, there's not too many interiors in the game. Hopefully with some DLC they will add more, and maybe they will even add more with the Chiliad Mystery. These boxes say fragile on them. What is so fragile that's inside? Let's blow them up to try to find out. This is a very interesting area in the map. There's a lot going on. You have the wind farm there in the background, the biggest power station in San Andreas, and up ahead where the trains come from, you have this huge water tower, and even further than that, you have that huge dinosaur statue. Now here's a hut that has a 1.21 gigawatt clue on it. So a lot going on here, despite the fact that you don't have to come to this area of the map too often in the GTA 5 storyline. Now another thing I wanted to talk about is that with the new GTA 5 PC edition out, people have been using the no clipping mode, which has enabled them to clip through the UFOs, specifically the UFO which is above Fort Zancudo. That one's quite a bit different than the rest of the UFOs in the game. Looks like the train is not stopping even if I stop right in front of it. I'm trying to reverse to maybe slow it down. It is not doing anything at all. But by doing that, people have clipped through, and it appears that the drivers of the Zancudo UFO are definitely humans, which leads me to believe that all of the UFOs in the game probably are controlled by the military. So are aliens even in existence in Grand Theft Auto 5? That's a good question. You have all these hallucinations. It looks like Michael is definitely getting abducted by them in the mission. Did somebody say yoga? I think that's for sure. It's not just a hallucination. You also have a mission where Michael smokes weed and you have to kill a bunch of aliens. So they show up here and there. But as far as the UFOs we've seen so far in the game, I think they're all just a military creation. But the good thing about that is that the military is who created the Jetpack in GTA San Andreas. So maybe that's a sign that all of these UFOs, all of the things that are linked up with the Chiliad Mystery will eventually lead us to the Jetpack, which is on the Chiliad Mystery mural. Now, when it comes to alien existence, my theory, and it's been this way for a while, is that it will come in a DLC. I think we're going to have some sort of alien takeover, some kind of DLC which will expand on the aliens in Grand Theft Auto 5. Hopefully we will be abducted and taken to their mothership. I don't think that has much to do with the Chiliad Mystery. Now here is the other train station located a little bit further up the railroad here. So let's go ahead and check this one out. We actually have a train coming. So let's move our space docker out of the way. I don't know if we're going to have time to make it up to the switch. Run, Franklin. Jump over the railing. We must stop the train. Emergency shutoff. Is it slowing down? No. It appears as if it's not going to stop here as well. So let me know if you guys have any leads when it comes to the Back to the Future 88 mile/hour theory. Now, Back to the Future 3, they do indeed use the train, but we're still missing the flux capacitor, and perhaps there are some other ways we could possibly take the space docker, our DeLorean, to 88 miles per hour, igniting something in the Chiliad Mystery. I know everybody's digging through the PC edition of the game, and maybe the fact that nothing's been found so far is a clue that there is nothing to unlock with the Chiliad Mystery. But I think that Rockstar has hit it quite well, and there will be something eventually to find in the game. Is it possible that when you reach 88 miles per hour with the space docker that it will unlock something, or something will activate? That would be epic as fuck. We have taken the space docker to 88 miles per hour by dragging it behind the tow truck. The tow truck has a speedometer. Interestingly enough, the Space Docker does not. So why did they not put a speedometer in the Space Docker? Why can you not know exactly when you're reaching 88 miles per hour, unless if you drag it behind a tow truck like we did? There's got to be something going on. Perhaps you do have to use a train to officially reach 88 miles per hour, and maybe we still do need a flux capacitor. Lester has a picture of a flux capacitor in his house. He also has a sticky note that shows the DeLorean or the Space Docker, and it says 88 miles per hour time travel. So I think it is still possible here in GTA 5. Thanks again for joining up for the episode, guys. Make sure to stay tuned for the Jetpack Hunter here at Trippy Commentaries. And as always, stay trippy.